Hello. I'm going to do the reading for Cancer for February. And see what messages we have for Cancer. And who needs to hear a message. This may or may not be the month for a message for you. Or this may be a message that maybe you need to be open to listening to. That you didn't think that was for you, if that makes sense. Also, if you were just drawn to hear this message, then that's for you. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be the Cancer sign, but if you felt you were drawn here to listen to it, then it's meant for you. And as always, use your best judgment on any decisions that you decide to make from the reading. I'm just telling you what I see and what I feel from the cards. And you may get something different, and that's completely fine. Ooh, look at that one. So what messages do we have for Cancer for February? I feel like there's a lot of cards that want to come out. All right, so let's see. So we have the Chariot and we have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups has come out a lot for readings. Oh, I also have my Rose Quartz, which brings love and confidence. So I have that on the table since this is a February reading. All right. So let's see, what else do we have? We have the Hierophant, which is the Taurus card. Sorry. Look at all these major cards you have. We have the Moon, and this is your card, or yeah, is it? Sorry, I can't remember everything. No, that's the Pisces card. Let's see. Chariot. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I'm like, that's the Cancer card. Yep, this is your card. So I love when the sign that I'm reading for, their card comes out, and this one had popped out. We have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands has been coming up a lot. Look at this, another major card. The Hangman. Another major card, the World card. Can you even believe this? And Five of Swords. Look at this. There definitely was a major message for some of you. Especially your card came out. Ten of Cups. So, let me just, this is a lot. So the Hierophant is help from a trusted person. It could be a mentor. It could be a teacher. It also represents a set way of thinking, finding a deeper meaning to life, a set way of thinking. I feel like for some reason, I feel like that's what's standing out to me, is having a set way of thinking. And the Hangman, looking at things from a different perspective, okay? I feel like you've always had a set way of thinking, and maybe there's been an inner battle within yourself, because we have the bronze one, and then we have the light one and the dark one, and that means an inner conflict within yourself. The Chariot also means moving forward, but I feel like there's an inner conflict within yourself because you have a set way of thinking, but in order to move forward, you need to look at things from a different perspective, okay? The Hangman represents life being at a standstill, so look at things from a fresh perspective, all right? Letting go in the short term to gain in the long term. The moon, not seeing things. Feelings of uncertainty. Feelings of uncertainty because Five of Swords is there's been some deception, that there's something happened that you feel that you've been deceived. Somebody let you down in some way. Something happened. Something happened. Something happened that let you down in a situation. That your way of thinking has sort of let you down because you're stuck in the old way of thinking. And your old way of thinking hasn't been, maybe it worked in the past, but now is maybe the time for you to look at things from a different perspective. I feel like this has to do a lot with yourself. I don't feel like it has to do with someone. The World card is success and victory, but it's not overnight. It's something you've been working for. And maybe it's been something that you've been working on, looking at things from a different perspective, because your old way of, you've had this inner conflict within yourself and you've sort of been stuck in your old ways, but you need to start thinking outside of the box because your old way of thinking hasn't worked for you. And it's something that's not going to happen overnight, but it will be successful over time. You know, it's almost like that, you know, you're just stuck in one way of thinking. I don't know, I have it in my brain, but I can't seem to express it. Ace of Wands is a new beginning. It's putting a plan in place, and wands are actions, so putting some actions into place. Maybe you've been thinking about looking at things from a different perspective, but you haven't actually put that in place. And Ten of Cups is obviously, it's a safe and happy home life. So maybe you've just had some inner conflict within yourself about your home life, and you have to look at this relationship from a different point of view because your old way of thinking hasn't been working. And you have to not be stuck in your old ways of thinking. That February is the month that opens your eyes to see things from a different point of view. The Hangman has come up in a lot of readings, and I feel like this is the year that people have to look at things from a different point of view, from a different perspective. Knight of Swords. All right, knights are action, and then swords is quick-moving energy. I feel like once you get that concept, that you need to think outside of the box about your relationship, that things are going to change. like I said, I feel like this isn't deceptive that somebody deceived you, although it could be, but I'm just saying what I'm getting from the cards is that your old way of thinking is being deceptive and destructive to yourself. Sometimes it's almost like, I feel like what just came to me is setting the reset button. Obviously, you can't do that overnight, but I feel like you need a reset. You need to hit the reset button. Hitting the reset button changes everything. Like the World card said, it's not something that's going to happen overnight, but you're going to be successful, you're heading in the right direction, and it'll make some big changes in your life. You have the power. Look at it. This is another major card. There are a lot of, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, 6 major cards here. You have the power to make this happen, to look at things from a different perspective and to hit that reset button. You have to believe in yourself. Only you can make these changes. You know what I mean? You can't rely on somebody else. But I feel like hitting this reset button really changes your relationship with your partner. So I think I'm just going to leave that there because I just feel like that's really what the message is. So let's pull a romance angel. I really feel that this is a strong message for for some of you that just are stuck in your old ways of thinking. And it'll bring your relationship to a higher level. Look at that, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. See, exactly. That's exactly what I've been saying, is that maybe you haven't allowed yourself to open up to your partner, and that's why you feel like there's like this disconnect, this distance, like this, and you're just in the traditional ways of thinking, in the traditional ways of a relationship. But letting yourself go, opening yourself up, being vulnerable, which is very scary, and I do admit, is doing that really opens you up to your partner, and you get to know each other on a different level. And that makes your relationship so much stronger. All right. I feel like I want to pull maybe this one. Let's do this one. Let's do the fortune reading. Getting to know each other. I feel like you're in a relationship with somebody, but you don't really know each other. Like you haven't been vulnerable. You haven't really opened up to that person. This is a really cool reading. I like it. Unity, a time of divine understanding, renewal, peace, and hope. You radiate and attract great love. All right. All right. Unity, getting to know each other better. 10 of Cups. This is what it's all about. This is where you want to be. This is what you strive for. And this is what you can achieve when you become vulnerable and you open up and you stop your old ways of thinking, of the traditional old ways of thinking, and you have the power to look at things from a different perspective and to not have this conflict between yourself, between do I open up, do I not open up, do I just leave things as status quo, or do I really become vulnerable and open myself up? And like I said, when you do that, it brings your relationship to a whole new level. All right, that's so cool. I love this reading. This is like one of my favorite readings. All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope that helped some of you, and I'll see you next time.